Good afternoon. I am extremely glad to be here this afternoon. It seems like yesterday that I left Vadodara because I started my career in 2014-15 from here. I was posted as a probationer back then in Vadodara, and Vadodara, as you know, happens to be the cultural capital of Gujarat. And to be in the center of the bustling youth of Vadodara in such a prime cultural center is indeed a privilege and a rare honor to me. Today, I work as CEO, Water and Sanitation Management Organization in Gandhinagar. And WASMO as an organization was established way back in 2002. Our main objective is to provide safe and sustainable drinking water to rural areas. We mainly focus on in-village water supply. You know why there is a lot of talk about water? Our earth has been blessed with a lot of water, but the sad fact is that only 3% of it is fresh water. And out of that, the good news is 2.5% is unavailable for use. Only 0.5% of fresh water is available for all activities of mankind. Our earth is revolving and rotating, and at the same time, it is also evolving. And the direction in which earth evolves also depends on the direction and evolution of the human minds. Therefore, we need to use water judiciously. Speaking about the sustainable development goals, we all know that water and sanitation, and along with it, climate change and climate action happens to be one of the key priorities. And to achieve this, we need to be water smart. And by water smart, I mean we need to know how to utilize the available resource. We need to know how to reuse and regenerate the available water sources to us. Today, if you see after 2000, 134% of all water-related extreme events in the form of floods have occurred, and there has been a 29% rise in drought cases. The number of flood-related extreme events of water are mostly reported from Asia, while the drought events have been mostly in Africa. So you see why there is a need for international collaboration in this front. Also, with increased population, increasing urbanization, and with a scarce resource which is overtaxed, so to say, there is a number of conflicts. There is a rise in conflicts. And with water sharing, judicious use of water, conflicts can also be put to rest. With increasing sea level and increasing salinity of water, the amount of fresh water available to the humankind is also showing a downhill trend. There are nations, there are areas in India where desalination plants have come up, but these type of methods are usually very costly, very time consuming, and so to say, it is a complicated system of network. Whereas what we can do to save our planet is that we can adopt natural methods. For example, we have wetlands. Humankind needs to see that the wetlands are not destroyed. They act as natural reserves of water. The mangroves along the coastal areas also serve the same purpose. So they also act as effective carbon sinks, which in turn helps us in reducing the drastic effects of climate change. I'm sure as youth, most of you must have heard of the term called climate resilience. Climate resilience happens when inadvertently, because of the increasing population, all other activities of man, we end up destroying a lot of resource, but at the same time, we show resilience in rebuilding it. So that is exactly the need of the hour. We need to rebuild the existing water resources. And for that, we need to focus more on the surface available water rather than extracting the groundwater, rather than burdening the already overburdened system with illegitimate as well as with all kinds of inadverse types of extraction of groundwater. We need to find out ways like drip irrigation where we already conserves the available surface water to us. We can also become more water smart if we meter the amount of water that each household utilizes. And that is exactly the concept that WASMO has come up in recent years. We not only provide household tap connections and water to the households, but also have a metering system in place. This is just to see that the consumers are available of the amount of water that needs to be consumed, and at the same time also ensure an equitable distribution of water resources. Water, climate change, and health are also closely related. There are reports which states that if we become water smart, we can save the lives of about 360,000 infants per year. And you ask why and how? That is because most of the deaths under 5 years of age in children are attributed directly to waterborne diseases like cholera. Once we become water smart and do not corrupt the existing water systems, we learn how to save human lives. Similarly, because of the salinity in water, there is an increased risk of damage to the aquatic ecosystems. And this, in turn, affects the food cycle, the aquatic water cycle, and this also leads to excessive algae formation. And algae formation, as you all know, directly impacts the health of the ecosystem, and in turn, it has also claimed a lot of human lives as well. I think, in the beginning, somebody had cautioned me as to the receipt of a card if I overstep the time, and I think this is an yellow card for me. Okay, but then, as all good things have to end, of course, so does my speech. And thank you for the organizers to invite me here, and thank you for a very patient listening. Thank you.